local right across the Bay Health, Todd Rundgren. Hello, it's me. G'day, Madonna, it's you. How are you?
Hey, Russ.
Very interesting. Now, we've got a little bit more of a chat with Lewis, Dr. Lewis, and some interesting things in this next little section too. So we'll have a listen and we'll carve it up when we come back.
Beautiful.
This is Bay FM. Back to Bay Health. We're talking with Lewis once again from Refresh Smiles Dental at Cleveland. G'day, Lewis. Welcome back.
G'day. How you doing?
Good, mate. Good. Mate, today let's have a little chat about braces, but then I want to talk about implants. So braces, is it mainly young teenagers or kids at an early age that need them, or do you find adults still need?
Usually because parents love their kids, and and they want to give them the best outlook in life, and one of the first thing people notice is straight teeth. So it's probably one of the teenagers when they've lost all their baby teeth that parents like to address to make sure when they finish school they've got the best outlook in life, confident smile, etc. And it's common for teenagers to do it. But having said that, you do have adults. Like I've got patients, I think I've got my oldest being 72, and I put her in braces, and we just finished recently. So it can be all sort of ages that you can start, but generally teenagers about 12. But there are stuff that you can do for children if they're not developing right due to their genetics, and you want to help them achieve their genetic potential by getting their jaw shape right so the teeth fit in place. So you can start as young as 6.
Has dentistry changed as far as braces are concerned? Like I remember when I was young, you saw a lot of kids getting around with all these metal chrome. Has that changed? Is that
it has changed a lot. I do a lot of ceramic brackets, which means you've got clear braces. I also do Invisalign, which is these clear retainers. It just varies from preference, and there's definitely a lot of different options out there, and it's worth talking to your dentist or specialist in regards to this and see what options suit you.
Yeah, all right. Well, I suppose another big question you get asked at times is people who come into the surgery, they've got missing teeth and they have an option of a plate or implants.
That's correct. People lose teeth for all sorts of reasons, whether it's decay, trauma, and having missing teeth reduces the function of the mouth, or chewing and eating. Also, the other big factor is the aesthetics and your self-esteem and confidence. So dentures can be tricky to get used to, and it does take a little bit of time, but some people just don't like having something taken out of the mouth and put back in. So other options would be crown and bridge work, like a bridge would work, and implants do work as well.
That's really moved ahead, that area of dentistry, hasn't it?
Yes, it's come a long way, especially implants today. Success rates are like high 90s, whereas dentures, it depends on you got enough teeth for everything to hold on, but they do become loose or whatnot, whereas implants are pretty solid. You can bite apples and you chew pretty well without worrying your denture's going to come out. So
the patients that you've dealt with, do they find it hard to get used to with implants? Is it difficult?
Implants, no. Implants, the result of implants, they love it. You can chew an apple, which you can't do. You can take a big bite out of an apple, whereas a denture you can't. You have to stop chopping up your food because you've got something that might move on you. Whereas implant, rock solid, perfect. It's probably the most ideal way to replace missing teeth.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're talking off air earlier about I lost not a main front tooth, but one of the teeth next to the front tooth, eating a grain bread roll in Scotland prior to going to a wedding, which was the next day, and I was in limbo. There's nothing I could do about it, too late to do anything about it. So eventually when I came back to Australia, I got a small plate. But looking back, maybe the implant would have been a much better option.
Definitely.
A little bit more expensive, but a better option.
Correct. And different circumstances suit different people, so it's up to you, but at least know what your options are. An implant just acts like a completely new tooth, but stronger than your actual teeth, actually.
Wow. So I suppose the best thing for people to do is to pop into Refresh Smiles, have a chat to you. You can look at the situation. and I'm sure you can tell them what sort of money they're going to be up for and the plan they can get involved in. And,
Definitely. So the plan's always tailored for the patients and vet. And the thing is to talk to me or talk to the dentist and, see which way you want to go about. And, the plans are always individually tailored to yourself. Everyone's different.
Any comments you want to make?
Everyone has different expectations, budgets, etc.
Well, I'm starting to feel a lot better about the dentist now after many years after talking to yourself and a few other dentists. So thanks for restoring my confidence in the dentist. I don't have to be tied down in the chair and dragged up the steps like I was when I was about 5 or 6. It's terrible. It's awful. I'd rather go happily.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
All right, mate. Thanks so much, Lewis, for talking to us. Lewis from Refresh Smiles Dental in Cleveland. We'll be back with more Bay Health a little bit later on.
Well, there you go, Madonna.
Yeah.
Kicking and screaming to the dentist.
Oh.
What were you like as a child?
I have no recollection of being scared as a child.
Okay.
No, so it really was that experience about 20 years, and I remembered what it was. It was that my brother's a GP, and he said I must have big nerves because apparently when they put the injection in for the anesthetics, the idea is to get as close to the nerve as possible. Mm-hmm. But when you hit the nerve, for me, it felt like hot oil being, put into my jaw, and then I had like a little electrical shocks through my jaw for 6 or 8 weeks afterwards. Yeah. So I had to use heaps of, because I'm a naturopath, so B12 helps to pull anesthetics out of the body. So anesthetics can stay in your nervous system if you don't have enough detoxification pathways working. Mm-hmm. So after anesthetics, I tend to recommend my clients get good chunky doses of B12, but also some people can be, like both of us with that fear of dentistry, it may have actually activated a survival pattern in my body.
There's no doubt.
So if that survival pattern ends up taking hold, it can create panic attacks, nervous system anxiety for many years afterwards. And once again, that's sort of when you track back to go, well, where did my anxiety start? Sometimes it can be an event like that.
The incredible thing is that he mentioned, and a few other dentists have mentioned to me, is that the needles are a lot finer these days, and they can put exterior anesthetics on your gum, so you don't even feel it.
Yeah. So and it's funny, I know I need 2 fillings. I've chipped my tooth. It's not actually in pain, but I have 2 holes in my teeth where one was chipped from a mango. It was dried mango, and the other one was from a nut recently. Do you think I've made an appointment to go back?
Nope.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm exactly the
There's
same.
no pain.
All right, look, we'll take a very quick break and come back, and we'll talk some more on Bay Health. This is Bay FM.
Our beautiful Bayside, Redlands and Brisbane Southeast is a great place to live, and so is doing business in Bay FM's area with more than 250,000 people. We can help promote your business. Contact Bay FM now to get your message out to our listeners.
Beach Boys, Buddy Holly.
Office2@bayfm.org.au.
They're only 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
3821 0022, or check us out online and join us here at the new
Had a
Bay
cute
FM
little Buddy Holly one the other day. I hadn't heard it in 20 years.
Really?
I might have even been on Bay FM.
These cold mornings make it hard work getting everyone up and sorted for the day. So imagine something happened and you and the kids were suddenly homeless and out in the weather. It's hard to believe, but that's the reality for thousands of people just like us. Help the
here's one you'll love.